Yo, what is up, everybody? Let's go back again to another chapter from the story titled Friend, written by Skeleton Girl 95. Remember to use the links in the description. Show love to the author. Like, comment, and subscribe. Chapter 15. Once they pulled into the driveway, Teresa noticed immediately something was on her front door. When she got out, she walked up to the door. She seen it was a huge strange symbol. Teresa's eyes immediately went towards Nico. She glared at her sister. What is that? Oh, that's just a ceiling symbol. Oh, I also would recommend you don't let Mimi in there. And why is that? Because if you do, he won't let her back out. Teresa, and says, Mimi, sweetie, why don't you go out there and play with Kira till Daddy gets home? Jim should be home in about 5 minutes, so it wouldn't be much longer. Mimi just nodded happily. He pulled Kira towards the backyard to play. Teresa waited for Mimi's figure to disappear behind the house, before she brought her attention back to the door. The symbol on it was big, but Teresa had seen this symbol before, in Nico's house. In fact, it almost looked like the symbol that was on the box that held their mother's necklace. Or at least it did until Nico smashed it. The only difference was all the marks and lettering were backwards. It's a reverse ceiling symbol, Nico says from behind her. And Teresa took her eyes from the door. Before she could ask what Nico meant, a loud bang came from the inside of the door. Teresa jumped from the impact. And all she heard was, "You stupid brat. You let me out now." Is that Friend? Yep. The reverse ceiling seals everything that's inside the object that it's on. So in other words, your house is now a trap to him. There's no getting out, even if you open that door. He can't leave. Friend continued to pound on the door. Teresa glanced at it, where she let out a shaky breath, sat beside Nico. So, what's the plan? We wait for Jimbo to get here, take the kids, then we burn the tree down, dance in the ashes, and have a drink. Dance in the ashes? Really, Nico? Oh, so you were listening. That's good. Teresa could remember just enjoying her sister's presence. She closed her eyes. Teresa, what is that on your door? Nico? Teresa opened her eyes when she heard her husband's voice. Standing in front was Jim. He had a look of total confusion. You couldn't blame him though. With the strange symbols painted on their door, and with Nico being here after 10 years. Nico was the first to speak up. Jimbo, long time no see. How are you? Jim looked down at her hand and raised a brow at the strange markings on her palm. Before he could say anything, two voices spoke out. Aunt Nico? Wow, Aunt Nico! Before Nico even had time to react, two people were hugging her. It took no time for Nico to squeeze the two kids tight. Sarah, Jake, it's been so long. Jim looked past Nico and his kids to Teresa, who had a sad look on her face. He walked up to her, kissed her cheek, and asked, "What'd I miss?" Jim was very confused. With Nico being back, he didn't know what truly happened between them all those years ago. Teresa told him they just got into a big fight, and Nico was leaving to go somewhere overseas. And it was something he never questioned. Well, funny story, Jim. Nico came back, and neither of us remembered what the fight was about. So, we decided just to start over. That's good, honey. Anyway, you ready to go? Teresa had time to think what was going to happen. He opened the door and began to walk in. Teresa's heart rate sped up as fear rose. Actually, Jimbo, there's been a small change of plans. Meaning? Meaning, you're gonna take the kids on down, and Teresa will join you tomorrow. Look, Jimbo, it's the anniversary of our father's death. And since we haven't seen each other in so long, I would like to spend this time honoring our father together. Is that a problem? Jim let out a sigh. He knew it was better to just let it go than trying to argue with Nico. He learned that a long time ago. Jim glanced at the symbol on the door again. Wanted to know what it was all about. It's our father's crest, Jimbo. Part of honoring, so don't question it. Fine, but I do need to get the bags, so if you don't mind, can you move, Nico? Oh, please, allow me, she says. She slips the door, closing fast behind her. When Nico turned, she was hit. It was the presence of anger and annoyance. Nico rolls her eyes and just says, Yeah, I feel you. Was all she said. She grabbed the bags at the stairs and walked back towards the door. As Nico opened the door and stepped out, he heard his voice right at her ear. As the door started to close, he whispered out 4 words to her. This is not over. And Nico just smirked at him before the door closed completely and said, Wanna bet? That, ladies and gentlemen, the end of chapter 15.